Good. Let's begin. Welcome to day 5 of our Hebrew learning. Let's begin with our reading. I'll begin with Genesis 1:1 and we'll go till 1:7. Then I will invite you to read. We'll read together. Good. I begin from Genesis 1:1. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim et haaretz. Verse 2. Haaretz hayata tohu va vohu. Hoshek al pene tehom. Ruach Elohim merachafet al pene hamayim. Verse 3. Vayomer Elohim yehi or. Vayahi or. Vayar Elohim et havor ki tov. Vayavdel Elohim ben havor uven hoshek. Verse 5. Vayikra Elohim la or yom. La hoshek kara laila. Vayehi yerev vayehi boker yom yehad. 6. Vayomer Elohim yehi rakia betoch hammayim vihi mafdil ben mayim la mayim. Verse 7. Va ya as Elohim et ha rakia vayavdel ben hammayim asher mitachat la rakia uven hammayim asher me al la rakia vayehi hem. Last one. Vayikra Elohim la rakia shamayim vayehi erev vayehi voker yom sheni. Good. So we'll begin from verse 6. Anyone would like to read with me? You could start and I'll help if you have any problem.
Yes,
Verse 6. Yes, Prema.
Vayomer Elohim yehi rakia
Good.
betok hammayim
Ammayim
vahi
vihi
mabdil ben mayim
mafdil. Okay.
ben mayim lamayim.
Very good. Good, Prema. Good. Thank you. Anyone else? Verse 7. Verse 7.
Father, can I try?
Yes, Sarah, you could.
Vayas,
Very good.
Vayat, Vayat, Elohim,
Mm-hmm. Yet,
Yet, uh, Ha, Ra, Ha,
mm.
Ra, Quit,
Ra, ki, a.
Ha, Ra, Ki, Ha, Ra, Ki, A,
Good.
Va, Yav, Dil,
YF Dale. Good.
Vayav, Del,
Mm-hmm.
Ben, Ham, Mayim,
Ammayim. Good.
Mi, Ta,
Asher.
Asher,
Mm-hmm.
Mi, Ta, Ha,
Good.
La, Ra, Qui,
Raki. Ki sound. Raki, a.
Laraki, U, U, Ven,
Good.
Hammayim,
Good.
Asher,
Mm-hmm.
Mel,
May al.
La, Me'al,
Mm-hmm.
La, Raki,
Raki.
Laraki, Y,
Good.
He, Ken.
Vayahi Kane. Vayahi Kane. Very good. Good, Sarah. Very good. Good. Next one, anyone would like to try? Verse 8. Welcome, Krisha, Dr. Gerald. Dr. Gerald, you would like to try verse 8? Okay, fine. Good. Thank you. Thank you, Prema. Thank you, Sarah, for trying to read. Very good. Good. Welcome to day 5 of our learning. And we have been on track. We have learned the consonants, we have learned the vowel points, and we have just initiated the grammar. Before I get into today's topic, I would like to pause and ask if you have any doubt to clarify. You are welcome on our learning so far. Do you have any doubt on what we have learned so far?
No, Father.
Okay, Sarah, good. Okay, good. Fine, let's begin with the reading of the some words that we found it difficult. We'll begin from there and we will build on. Very good. I share my whiteboard with you. Okay. Good. First one, learning to read. So when it comes to the reading of the silent consonants, so we had from our text, yet. So this is yet. Okay. Here the pronunciation, if you have to transliterate, it will be silent, that is marked with an apostrophe. Then we have A and THRT. It is yet. So initially, you may think that this is silent, or how do we render this? So here, in fact, we are not pronouncing this consonant, aleph. We are just pronouncing this vowel and this consonant. So that's how it is yet. So we need not say it is a yet, even though it is aleph, it does not have the a sound. So we just ignore this. Just you begin from here, that is yet. To take one more example, we have asher. Asher. Asher was with the short vowel asher. So in fact, we are pronouncing as a share. So we are reading this way, asher. And this is marked as with an hyphen or sorry, with an apostrophe. That means it is aleph. We had one more word with ayin, may al. So it is may. May al. So here we are reading, in fact, may al. So this a refers to this vowel. So this particular ayin is rendered with an apostrophe to mean to say that is silent. So this is may al. So we are not pronouncing the consonant ayin, but after this vowel like may a, we are pronouncing this vowel point and we go to the consonant may al. Good. Then coming to the Q, that is kof. Kof. So this is letter kof. But this has K sound. So it does not have a ku or q sound as we have in English. So in English we have q is always with like queen. So we have the sound of KW or KV. But in Hebrew, kof and kaf, they have the same sound. That is K sound. So we had the word rakia. Rakia, that is firmament. Rakia. Firmament, rakia. Here it is ka sound. Okay. And you pronounced it correctly, both Prema and Sara. This one. Patak furtim. That is, when this particular vowel mark comes at the end under a guttural, that is he, het, and ayin. That was our learning. So we pronounce the first, the vowel point, then we come to the consonant, as we have here, ruach. So it is ruach. Ruach. So that way it will not be ruha, but it is ruach. Same way here, rakia. Rakia, firmament. Very good. So that is to help you read better. Very good. Having said that, we go back to our learning where we left and we will build from there. So in our session 6, that is the presentation that we used on Saturday, you could follow from there or you could follow the explanation here. Number one, we began with Yes.
Father, please explain that ruah thing again.
Okay. So ruach so we have the here. I will write the full word. Ruach. Then we take the next word that we had today. Rakia. Verse 6. Rakia. Ruach means spirit or breath. Rakia is firmament. Okay. So here the pronunciation point, what I wanted to convey is there are 3 consonants. A, et, and ein. These 3 consonants, when they come at the end of a word, they usually will have their vowel at the bottom, which means they will end with a vowel point. So here, if you see, it begins with the consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel. So it ends with a vowel. So usually what happens here, for example, we pronounce the consonant first, then we pronounce the vowel. So which means R sound plus A, that becomes Ra. Here R sound and U becomes Ru. So this is the order of a pronunciation. Consonant first, vowel second. But when it comes to the end, we pronounce the vowel first, then we pronounce the consonant. So here it would be Ru Ah. It is not Ru Ha, but it is Ru Ah. Same way, it is not Raki Ah, but it does not make a difference here because this is a silent consonant. But here it makes the difference. It is Ru Ah, not Ru Ha, and this is Raki Ah. So we just pronounce this one. This concept is called in grammar Patah. This is Patah. So it is written as Patak Furtiv. I write here. Patak Furtiv. Okay, ma'am?
Yes, Father, thank you.
Thank you. Very good. Good. So we begin with what we had the other day. I'll share the presentation with you and I will explain to you. Okay. I hope you're able to view my screen.
Yes, Father.
Okay. We are on noun gender. So on Saturday, we began with this noun gender. We said we compared with the English, and we said in English we have noun as a gender as a biological category. But here in Hebrew, we have this as a grammatical category. So in English, we said there are 3 genders: masculine, feminine, neuter. So masculine has to do with anything of the biological character of masculinity. Feminine to do with the feminine characteristic. And whereas all other like objects or ideas, they will be considered as neuter. That is the English rendering of gender. But when it comes to Hebrew, Hebrew has 2 gender. It is a grammatical category. All the nouns are either classified into masculine or feminine. So every noun belongs to one of these, masculine or feminine. not only persons, but also things and ideas. So this is the first learning. And in Hebrew, there are certain endings with which we'll be able to identify whether a particular noun is masculine or feminine. So the first one, some nouns follow real life gender. Like we have ish, that is man, masculine. So man can never be feminine. So by its biological category, they are grouped under masculine. Ish is man, Isha is woman. Then Av is father, Aim is mother. Av is father, masculine, Aim is mother, feminine. So here we have 4 words in fact. Ish, man, Isha, woman, Av, father, Aim, mother. That is the first identification according to the biological category. The second one, by endings, ending of a particular word, we'll be able to identify whether a particular noun is masculine or feminine. Here we have the first one, a ending. Many nouns show gender by their ending. So feminine endings usually are a, like Torah, it ends with a, which means it is feminine, Torah. Shana, Shana is year, that is again feminine. A endings are feminine. Second one, eth endings. Eth endings are at endings. The ta ending also is feminine. Like we have Malketh. Malketh is queen. Deleth, door. These endings usually indicate feminine. So now why we identify feminine? So by only these are feminine, other things can be grouped as masculine. So that is the reason I am giving importance to the feminine endings. If you identify the feminine endings, you can group the rest as masculine. But there could be some exceptions, but don't worry about those exceptions at this initial stage. So first learning today is a ending and eth ending are usually feminine. A ending and eth ending are usually feminine. And we did remember, gender has to do with only with a noun. Verbs will not have gender. Verbs will not have gender, or adjectives will have gender because they qualify noun. So we need to remember gender is only for the nouns at this stage. Then we continue. Masculine, no special ending. Like most masculine nouns have no ending, like Melek, king, Davar, word, Sefer, book. There are some exceptions, important ones I have mentioned here. Not all nouns follow the pattern, that is the rule. Eretz. Eretz is land. Even though it does not end with a, it does not end with eth, it is still feminine. In many languages, the earth, the land is feminine. Then derek. Derek is way, but it is strange. Sometimes this is masculine, sometimes it is feminine. We are not able to classify why biblical writers have put in some places masculine ending the verb and the feminine ending some other places. We really do not know about this. But you need to remember there it could be sometimes masculine, it could be sometimes feminine. Okay. So this is the first learning.
Father, I have a doubt.
Yes, Sarah.
If it has no ending, then how do they classify it as feminine or masculine?
Okay. Just a moment. So Sarah's question is, if no ending, how they can classify as masculine? Okay. So here we need to remember the biblical Hebrew. We are now looking at the biblical Hebrew. Biblical Hebrew is learned in a prospective manner, in the sense they didn't, they wrote in a particular language, and later the authors made sense of that. That's why the word derek, sometimes it is used as feminine, sometimes used as masculine. And they identified all the nouns which are ending with a and yet as feminine. The rest they grouped as masculine. So in a way, they went backward. Instead of creating nouns as masculine and feminine, they grouped all these two categories, a and yet as feminine. The rest of them they put as masculine. Okay, Sarah? Sarah there?
Yes, Father. Okay, Father.
Okay. But when it comes to plural, there will be difference. I'll show you shortly. By plural ending, we'll be able to know how it is identified as masculine. Okay, good. Very good. The next learning we had was with gender. Gender affects other words. Gender controls, unlike in English. So I took the example like last time. Good boy, good girl. Good boys, good girls. So the adjective good is for all the boy, masculine singular, girl, feminine singular. Boys, masculine plural, girls, masculine plural. Feminine plural. It has same adjective, good. But when it comes to Hebrew, it will change accordingly, according to the gender. That's the reason we need to remember the gender. That's the first difference. Second one, with the verbs. Look at the presentation here in English. He said, and that verb said is same for the masculine singular, feminine singular, even for masculine plural and feminine plural. But here, for the masculine, you'll see here, who amar. Who amar is he said, he omra, that is she said. So he said is different, amar, and he omra. So that means she for she, the verb also changes. So in order to have this particular clarity, we need to know whether the noun is feminine or masculine. Only then we will be able to render the verb accordingly. So for this reason, the learning of gender is very important in Hebrew. But for us, we are not going to have active learning, but only passive learning. So only we need to identify whether something is masculine, something is feminine. And we are just showing only the identifiable markers. If you know the identifiable markers, we'll be able to know whether something is masculine, something is feminine. So kindly remember, we are not doing active Hebrew, which means we are not going to write or speak Hebrew. We are going to only read and identify. So in that way, at this stage, it is enough that we identify a ending, yet ending as feminine, the rest as masculine. So that is the first learning I wanted to revise. The second one, number. We have already seen this. I'm just running through singular, plural, dual. So we said usually in English we have two numbers, singular to refer to one, plural to refer to more than one. Dual is to do with two, like pairs. We have some examples here. Singular refers to one person or thing, like Melech, king, Sefer, book or scroll, Yad, Yad is hand. Once again, Melech, king, Sefer, book or scroll, and Yad is hand. Coming to plural, we have refers to more than one. So here, in fact, what I shared with Sarah just now, masculine plural has an ending, im. So from im, you will be able to know this particular word is masculine plural. And feminine will have oath ending. So now feminine, we have three endings. A, yet, oath. A is singular, yet is singular, oath is plural. So just you can remember the sound is there means it is feminine. Masculine will have always im sound, like Elohim. Elohim, gods. It's masculine, plural, Elohim. Here we have Melachim, kings, Sepharim, books, Yamim, days. Kings, books, days. So they are masculine, plural. We had Mayim, waters, Shamayim, heavens. So all these are plural, masculine. So from im, we'll be able to recognize them as masculine plural. So masculine plural will have im ending. Then feminine plural will have oath ending, oath. Like Malhoth is queens, Shanim is ears, Shanoth. So it could Shana we said Shana is feminine, Shanoth is plural. Sometimes it will have this ending also, Shanim. Again, this is an exception. Then Yadoth. Yadoth is hands. So some nouns have irregular plurals. So this is a exception we need to remember. In other cases, oath is a general feminine ending for plural. This is to do with plural. We go to dual. Dual also will have im ending, but they are very, very minimum in number. So in fact, they begin with a im. So that way we can say like yadaim, then raglaim, yenaim, which is to do with pairs. So whenever there is a yod and a vowel sound, a sound, the preceding, from there usually that's the rule here, aim. That is the general reference for the dual nouns. But there are very few, like we have here, refers to exactly two, used especially for natural pairs. 2 hands, 2 feet, 2 eyes, 2 ears. In some cases, some time expressions also will have the dual ending, that is a-im ending, a-im ending. So just identify now a-im. Im is for masculine plural, a-im is for dual ending. Dual is 2, just to refer to only 2 in pair. This is the thing that we learned. Then we learned also this one, definite article. Melech can be translated as king or a king in an indefinite way. But if you want to render as the king, we said you add ha and you double the first consonant. So here we have added he with a vowel, that is ha, and we have doubled the first consonant, and that becomes the definite article. So it is Hammelech. Hammelech is the king. So this is the basic rule, and we are going to build on this definite article. So add hard to make a noun definite. So here, in fact, Sarah asked last time, what would happen if the consonant is silent? So that's what the learning point will be shortly. There are some ways where the article changes from hard to a, or it changes to he. So that will be the cases for the silent vowel, silent consonants and the gutturals. So that is the prime learning today we are going to have. Just I am revising what we saw on Saturday. Good. Then this is here. In fact, we left here and we will begin from here. Good. I share my whiteboard with you. Definite article with prepositions. Definite article. Definite article with prepositions. Okay. First one I will revise with this. So remember the rule here. A plus doubling. So here we have here Melech. Melech. Okay. Melech is king or a king. King. It is king or a king. So you want to render as the king. What we do? So you add he, then vowel. Then you put a doubling inside, that is Dagesh. Then it becomes Ammelek, the king. The king. Let's take one more example. Na-ar. Na-ar. Na-ar means boy or young man. Na-ar. A boy. You can say boy or a boy. Young man or a young man. Okay. Now you want to render with the definite article, like you add ha, then you add a Dagesh to the first consonant. It becomes Han-na-ar. Han-na-ar, meaning the boys or the young men. Okay. Now we are going to see with the prepositions. With the prepositions, it has slightly a different way of functioning. We'll take one preposition, ba. Ba. Ba means in. Ba means in. Ba means in. Maybe we take one more. La means two. Two. Ba. So here you have, suppose here, you want to say in the king. In the king. In the king. So now you have to say in the king. So now what you do? In is ba. Ba. King is Hammelek. Hammelek. So remember here, Melek is king. Hammelek is the king. And you have to write in the king. In is ba. In is ba. In the king. So now what happens? It is Behammelek. 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 So in the course of time, when you pronounce Behammelek, Behammelek, Behammelek together, what happens in the long run? By usage, it becomes Bammelek. Bammelek. What happens here? In the long usage, this Shua gets dropped and A becomes the vowel of this consonant and K disappears. And what remains? Bammelek. It is not Behammelek, but it is Bammelek, which means in the king. In the king. Like in the king we trust. So it will be Bammelek, in the king. Let's take one more example. To the king. To the king. We said now 2 is la. L. 2 is L plus Hammelek. Lehammelek. 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 Again, same rule. What happens in the long run? Lehammelek becomes Lammelek. 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 Suppose you want to have one more example with the boy. To the boy. To the boy. So you go step by step. First one is Naar is boy. Naar. That is boy or young man. Then you go to the second step. The boy. Hannar. Ha plus doubling. Hanna R. Hanna R. Now next one. To the boy. You add la, Hanna R. Hanna R. And what happens? This schwa gets dropped, a gets dropped, and it becomes lanna r. Lanna r. Okay, you are getting lanna r. So here, from here you'll be able to understand there is something hiding. That he is hiding because a is gone and only its vowel remains. So when you translate this particular word from the Bible, you have to say as to the young man. To the young man. To the young man, Elijah said or Elisha said to the young man, Lanna ar. It is la plus Hanna ar. So this is the learning which is part of our Saturday presentation. Definite article. Okay. Good. Next one was prepositions. Okay, it's 2:15, 3:15. We'll take a break, 5-minute break, then we'll resume. Thank you. 5-minute break.
Okay, Father.
Yes. Could we resume?
Yes, Father.
Okay, good. So we just completed prepositions and definite article. The next learning was prepositions. Prepositions. In English, a preposition tells the relationship between two nouns. So this is one way of understanding a preposition. Like the ball is on the table. The ball is on the table. So here we have the preposition on. The ball is on the table. On is a preposition which tells the relationship between the ball is on the table. Suppose you have to say the ball is under the table. Under is again another preposition. The ball is in the drawer. In the drawer. So here again between the tables, it's a drawer and the ball. So it is in. So in English, we have prepositions written as individual word or words. Like we don't connect to any word. Another example could be, I am in front of the church, or I am behind the church. Here, in front of is a preposition, 3 letters, individual words. Behind the church, individual, single word. But in Hebrew, there are 3 types of preposition. Just to know prepositions. First one is added to the succeeding word. Added to the succeeding word. Like you have here, to the king. To the king, it is in fact le. Le is to. And it is added. So it is la melek. Lamelek. So this is preposition, but just it is added as part of a next word. So what is the implication? The implication is it is pronounced as one word. Since our course is concerning the pronunciation, this point is important. Even though it is two, in the sense one preposition, one definite article with a noun, it is always pronounced as one word. It is lamelek. So this is the first group of preposition. The second group of preposition is prepositions that are joined with hyphen. That hyphen is called makef. Makef in Hebrew. That hyphen is called makef. Like we have an example, to the city. To the city. To the city. So to is L. L. With a makef. So we put ha-ir. Ir is city. Ha is the definite article, which we'll see shortly. Ha-ir. El ha-ir. To the city. El ha-ir. Again, for the sake of pronunciation, we need to remember, it is pronounced as one word. Same is true here. Even though they are two, El ha-ir. El ha-ir. So it is not El ha-ir, but El ha-ir together. El ha-ir. This is a second group of preposition. The third and the final is individual. Individual prepositions. Prepositions. So one of the prepositions which we saw in our reading was tahat. Tahat is under. So when God is dividing the water under the heavens, that is tahat. Under the firmament. Under the firmament, it is tahat. Tahat is under. So suppose you want to say tahat. It is written as an individual preposition. Dahat. Suppose tahat shulhan. Under the table. Shulhan. Under a table. Tahat is an individual preposition. Okay. Good. Next one was very important. From there, we will in fact get into the sentences. In your previous presentation, you had this learning called adverbial predicates. Adverbial predicates. Again, little grammar. Okay. Don't be anxious about the grammar. Predicate. So we have in a sentence, subject plus predicate. Predicate. Like Raja ate an apple. Here, Raja is subject. Ate an apple together is predicate. Here, what happens in the predicate? We have a verb. Ate an apple. Here, this is with verb. So, this is called verbal predicate because it has a verb. But in some cases, we have adverbial predicate. Like Raja is there. Raja is there. So here it is there is in fact is adverb of place. Raja is there is an adverb of place. Here we add the verb to be in the present indicative form. But in Hebrew, if you say Raja there, it means Raja is there. Or if you say the boy there, it implies the boy is there. So the adverbial predicate of this one here, it supplies the verb and understands the meaning. So you need not write to be here. To be, that is the to be form. To be is the infinitive. The is the present indicative. The boy is there. Suppose the old man is there. Just you can say the old man there. Or the old man house. So it means the old man is in the house. So when you say the old man in the field, the old man in the field, it is understood as the old man is in the field. Only if you want to say was or will be, you need to have to be verb. In the present tense, the verb is taken by itself by juxtaposing. Juxtaposing means just you keep near. For example, last week we said, where is Sarah? So here just it's enough where Sarah. Sarah is there. Sarah is there. It is enough when you write Sarah there. Where Sarah? Sarah there. So where Sarah is the two words juxtaposed, which means kept near the other. So here, where is one? The noun Sarah is kept together with, that is juxtaposing. When you juxtapose, the meaning becomes where is. And in the same way, Sarah there, this one is supplied. So this was the last learning that we had. Okay, you got this one, adverbial predicate. Now from there, we are going to do an exercise. So if this is not clear, please let me know. Are you
Father,
there?
please repeat the juxtaposing.
Juxtaposing is you just keep two words nearby, like where Sarah, that is IA Sarah, and the meaning becomes where is Sarah. Here it to be is supplied automatically in Hebrew. Okay? Only in the
Yes.
present indicative. Okay. Very good. Good. We go back to the presentation. Okay, so this one we have explained. This is the sentence with adverbial predicate. There is no verb to be subject plus predicate. This is called adverbial predicate. Like where, when, how. So in our case, we are just taking where, the place. Like you have here example. Hammelek babayit. Hammelek babayit. The king, actually what you have written? The king in the house. Babayit. Ba is in, babayit. The king is in the house. The man is there. Ha ish sham. Just we have written ha ish sham. We have not written the verb is, but the is supplied. The man is there. Next one. Has sefer al ha shulhan. Ha shulhan. The book is on the table. The book is on the table. No verb is written, but we understand is. Good. The time, don't worry about that. Only we have one category. We'll go into the vocabulary now. Good. So please repeat after me. Na-ar.
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 Very good. Na-ar means boy or young man or youth. Second one. Zaken.
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 Very good. Bayit.
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 Nahar.
Nahar.
Sade.
Sade.
Derek.
Derek.
Okay. Al.
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 Ba.
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 Excel.
Excel.
Very good. Excel. TS sound. Excel.
Excel.
Okay. Next one. Sham.
Sham.
Sham is there. Next one.
Sham.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye is where. Where. Then ver.
Ver.
Ver is and.
And.
Okay. Thank you. You can mute yourself. I say the meaning now. Na-a is boy. Zaken, old man. Bayit is house. Nahar is river. Field is Sade. Road is Derek. Al is on. Ba is in. Yetzel is near. Sham is there. Aye is where. Ba is and. Okay, good. So now we will play with the words. Okay. Prema, how would you say boy?
Naar.
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 Okay. Now, Prema, you try for us. The boy.
Ha. Nahar.
Hannaar. Please try
Hannahar.
again. Hannaar. Very good. Good. Thank you. Sarah, who is old man? Old man.
old man, Zaken.
Very good, Zaken. How you would say the old man? The old man.
Zaken.
Hazaken. Hazaken. Okay, good. Very good. Dr. Jared?
Yes, Father.
Okay, how would you say Bait? Sorry, house?
Bait.
Okay, the house?
Habait.
Very good. River?
Nuhar. Hanuhar.
Nahar. Nahar. Nahar.
Nahar.
Okay. How would you say the river?
Hanuhar.
Hannahar.
Hannahar.
Hannahar. Okay, very
Hannahar.
good. Okay, what is field? Jared again?
Sa.
Sade.
Sade.
Sade. Sade.
Sade.
Sade is field. How would you say the
Hasade.
field?
Hasade.
Hasade. Very good. Please try again. Jared, road. What is road? Derek.
Derek.
Derek is road. How would you say the road?
Haderek.
Very good. Haderek is the road. Okay, very good. Now, Dr. Jared, since you are doing well, you could try. The road is near the house. How would you say? The road is near the house.
Haderek.
Very good. Haderek.
Haderek. Hash. Hash. What is it?
Eitzel. Eitzel is near.
Eitzel. Haderek. Eitzel. What is near the house?
House is Bait. The house would be
Habait.
very good. So when you say Haderek Eitzel Habait, that becomes the road is near the house. Okay, good. Very good. Ruby, ma'am.
I'll try, Father.
Okay. Ruby, ma'am, you try for us. The road is there.
Oh, Haderek. Haderek.
Haderek.
Sham.
Okay. Open it louder. Sham. Okay. Once again. Haderek. Sham. Okay. Now you try again, ma'am. The house is there.
Houses.
Bait.
Hatait.
Habait.
Sham.
Very good. House is there is Habait Sham. Okay. Now you say the house is near the river.
Habait.
Eitzel.
Excel.
Eitzel. Annahar. Near the river.
Andahar. Near the river.
Annahar. Near the river.
Yes.
Okay, good. Sarah?
Father.
How would you say? The house is near the field.
Habait Etzel. Habait Etzel. Hatsade.
Hasade. Very good. Good. Thank you. Good. Okay, in the next one, in fact, you have an exercise here in the first presentation last week. So you can try to say orally. Don't worry about writing. For example, here, a house, bait. The house, habbayit. In the house, babbayit. Near the house, yetzel, habbayit. So you try to say louder and say only orally. Don't worry about writing. But if you want, you can write first, then you can say. Once again, I repeat the first one. A house, bait. The house, habait. In the house, babait. Near the house, yetsel, habait. Okay, maybe I'll show it in the board, then it will be easy for you. Then the next one you have here, in every presentation, you will have a translation. So here you have the first one. Aye, hanna ar, babait. So when you translate this, it will be Aye is where, the boy. Where is the boy? The boy is in the house. Babait is in the house. So this is how you translate these 6 words, these 6 sentences you can try. Aye, hanna ar, babait. Good. I shall show you how to do the exercise. I go back to the whiteboard. Okay. So the first one, so you take sentence number 1, a house. Then the house, in the house, near the house. So what you do, you take the exercise and you go back to the vocabulary and you take the word bite. So you have the word here, bite. Go step by step, don't worry, baby step, bite. So this is ba, it. Bait is house, a house. Now you try habait. So it is habait. So just add ha, and already you have the dagesh there. So you can put it again, but you leave it like that. Then it becomes habait. This is the house. Then in the house, in is ba. Then add here ba, habait. First you add literally, then you can cancel. Ba, habait. That is in the house. But here what happens? He gets dropped and schwa gets dropped. It becomes babait. Babait. Ba, bait. Babait. That is in the house. Then near the house. Near the house. Near the house is yetsel. Yetsel. Near the house. Yetsel. Yetsel. Yetsel habait. I just omit the vowel points. Okay. So this is how you try to learn orally. Then you will get to the translation, the second one. Okay. Good. I recommend that you do the exercise and you send it to me only from Hebrew to English, Hebrew to English translation. The previous one you can practice on your own. Okay, good. So the next learning is in fact the simple learning. With that, we will wind up. So this is the first one. Ha. A and Dagesh is equal to the. So this is the original definite article. But when it comes before the gutturals and resh, before the gutturals and resh, because these gutturals and resh, they can't have dagesh. So what are the gutturals? The gutturals are four. Gutturals means the consonants which are pronounced from the throat. That is gutturals. So the first one is Aleph, silent one. He, Het, Ain. They are gutturals, the four gutturals. Then you have Resh. So what happens here in these cases? Since you can't add a dagesh there, sometimes it becomes ha. So the short one becomes long one. Ha. Sometimes it becomes he, or he long, or it becomes he short. So this is the rule. So since we are not going to have active learning, only we are going to have passive learning. So suppose you see here, Arets. Arets means earth or the land. So the land would be, it is Ha-arets. Ha-arets. So from this ha that is with the he and a long, you can say this is definite article and it has to be rendered as the earth or the land. The earth or the land. Okay. So this is the second type of definite article, which in fact Sarah asked in our previous class, what would happen to the silent consonants which cannot be doubled? Okay, the rule is clear. Now I'll show you in the presentation with a little more explanation. You can read on your own. Good. So this is today's presentation, 7. So we begin with the definite article, the regular rule. Then I have explained this one, 4 gutturals and resh. Then how it changes. So we have given here, usually it is ha before aleph. So don't worry about these rules. Only you come to the chart here, which I have put here. So this is the regular form. Normal consonant is ha plus dagesh. In other cases, it could be ha or short ha, or it could be ha, he. So these are the irregular cases. But don't worry, we are only going to identify passively. So if there is a ha, it is understood that it is a definite article. So that could be your learning in summary. Okay, good. We'll come to this shortly. So we'll take the next group of words. So I recommend that you memorize this vocabulary. Okay, we will go step by step, at least 100 words we will learn by heart at the end of the course. Okay, good. First one I shall explain to you. Ish is man, it could be husband, man or husband. There is another word for husband that is bal, that is bahal, is a Bahal. Bahal is in fact husband. But here, Ish can refer to man or husband. Anashim in the plural, men are husbands. Isha, like Isha means from the man, that is woman. Isha, woman. Woman is Nashim. Again, look here, im ending is there. Masculine ending is there, but it is in fact feminine. So there are some cases which are very odd, irregular in its own way. Nashim, even though it is im ending, it is feminine because it refers to women, wives. Then Bayit is house. Batim. Batim is houses. So here we have the plural. Earlier we saw Bayit. Batim is houses. Then Elad. Elad is boy or child. Ekhal. Ekhal is temple or palace. It could refer to the king's temple or it could refer to the king's palace. Usually in the earlier times, the temple was close to the palace for two reasons. One, the king can have direct worship there because the king is in fact, the representative of God. And secondly, the king can have economic control over the temple. That's the reason why earlier the temples and the palaces, they were always constructed together. So that it means the same. Hekal. Hekal is temple or palace. Then Melech. Melech is king or ruler. Po. Po is here. We saw earlier Sham. Sham means there. Po is here. Next one. Sefer. Sefer means scroll or book. So today we have a book. Book means today we think of a bound book like this. But here earlier, only scrolls were there. Later, scrolls came to be known as books. Then Yeved. Yeved is servant or slave. Yeved Yahweh, which means servant of the Lord. Yeved Yahweh. Then city is Ir, but city is feminine. Even though it has no feminine ending, it is feminine. The plural is again irregular. Arim. Masculine ending is there, but it is feminine. Then who means he. He means she. So who is he or it in the neuter sense. But there is no neuter, but only the neuter meaning in English. That's why I put it. He is she. She. Me is who. Me is who. Then A4. A4 is another word for where. So earlier we said IA. IA is where. A4 is in the poetic language where. Like where is God? The fools ask in their hearts. In the psalm, you will have A4. A4 also means where. So Po is here. A4 is there. Sorry, A4 is where. Sham is there. So let's get back to the previous learning. Earlier we said the example of Sarah. Where is Sarah? IA Sarah. So we said Sarah is here. You would say Sarah Po. Sarah Po means Sarah is here. Man is here. Ish Po. Man is there. Ish Sham. Suppose you want to say child is there. Yelet Sham. Child is here. We say child is here. Yelet Po. Where is child? A4 Yelet. Or A4 or IA Yelet. Suppose you want to say he is here. Who Po. She is here. He Po. She is there. He Sham. You want to say he is here. She is there. So you would say who Po. He Sham. So here don't confuse with the he. So in English he is man. But in Hebrew he is she. Who is he? We will conclude with this. Me. Me is who? I go back to the whiteboard. That could be your final word today. Let go back to the whiteboard. Me. Me is who? Earlier, you remember, ka is like. Me, ka. Then you have the word yel. So you might have heard from many preachers or the archangels feast. Sorry, I'm saying in Italian. Archangels feast. Michael. Michael means who is like God. So here it is Mikael. Me is who. Me is who. Me is who. Ka is like, and El is God. So when you put like this, Mikael, it becomes the word Mikael. Mikael. So this is Michael. So already we have learned now 3 words. Mikael, Michael, who is like God. Me is who, Ka is like, El is God. This is just these 2 you can add to your own vocabulary list. Ka and El. I stop here. It has this particular exercise also. This presentation also has exercise. I recommend that you do the exercise as well. Very simple, like the previous one. If you have any doubt, you can always come back to me. Good. So now we have caught up the missing presentations. Good. So in fact, we began with the reading of Genesis 1. We went on till the 8th verse. That's the number 1 thing we did. Second one, we revised our learning from our previous presentation. Noun, gender, number, then singular, plural. Then we went on to see in the final analysis prepositions, how the prepositions will affect the definite article. Then we learned the vocabulary. We formed with adverbial predicate. Then the third learning was we added to the definite article. Like sometimes ha can become ha or he. Then we learned some more vocabulary. Then we concluded with Mikael, that is who is like God. So by learning little words, the words which are very common, will be able to make sense of certain texts literally. We'll be able to understand. So now we are thorough with the reading. So we know in the Hebrew Bible, every point that is written in the Hebrew Bible, we know what is what. Only the meaning we may not know, but the meaning will come to know soon. And how we will learn slowly. We'll learn the basic words, then the verb structures, then we'll be able to make sense of our reading. So keep going, at least dedicate half an hour every day to have some, just look at the Hebrew text at least. Try to reproduce in your own words. Take a verse, try to read it slowly. Don't try to rush through the pronunciation. The speed is not important. Precision is more important than speed. Kindly attend to it. Good. I'll upload the video. You can play back, and if you'd like to have any questions answered, you can put in the group as well. Good. Thank you. Any doubt on what we have seen today?
No further.
Good, Sarah. Dr. Jared, Krisha must be in the office, I think. Ruby, ma'am, Prema,
No,
Jenny.
Father.
No doubt, Father.
Okay, good. Thank you. Good evening to
Again,
you.
Father.
Thank you. We'll meet on Saturday. Good. Thank you. Good evening.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Father.
Thank you.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you, Prema. Thank you, Dr. Jared. Thank you.